In this demo, we are going to show you how you can centrally manage your data from SaaS platform when your data is located and growing in different locations, which are on-premise and on the cloud. Enterprises nowadays have data on-premise, hybrid, and sometimes exclusively in public cloud too. Few examples are Oracle and Microsoft SQL for on-premise, RDS Aurora Postgres for public cloud. When enterprises have data on-premise only, it can be managed by a single Delphix engine as seen here. With the single Delphix engine, you can manage data heterogeneity within that location as shown here. You can see multiple data sources such as Microsoft SQL, Oracle, running in a single place. As we know that enterprises have multiple data centers, they deploy multiple Delphix engines to manage that data. Delphix SaaS platform becomes a single source of data for different data sources at various on-premise data centers. We can see that new on-premises data sources have been added as toolkits and MySQL. As enterprises adopt cloud for application development and QA, they have data in the cloud too, as seen here with various Amazon Web Service locations. We are now running Delphix engines in multiple data centers and on multiple availability zones in AWS and centrally managing it with Delphix SaaS platform. You can see all enterprise data across multiple AWS regions and data centers as a data library and perform selective functions on each data set, which we will do shortly. Now let's take an example that an enterprise has 3 on-premise data centers and 3 cloud locations. There is growing data in Postgres in data center location 1 and on the cloud 2nd and 3rd, and we are going to refresh all of them together as a single action. Let's select VDBs for these locations in SaaS platform. We selected Postgres VDBs running on this on-premise and cloud locations. Refresh function shows virtual database source location, latest snapshot, and the target which will be updated. After hitting refresh, you can see that jobs are created and then queued. Let's go to the data library screen and monitor the progress there. It shows job is pending, then running, and lastly completed. Let's take another example where we have multiple on-premise data centers and the cloud locations with multiple data sources which requires simultaneous refresh for an application or a framework. Now we are doing a selective target refresh of multiple data sources such as Oracle, Microsoft SQL, PostgreSQL within multiple locations. Refresh time to complete is dependent on the type of data source, connectivity, and size of the data. Now let's take another example of providing a virtual database to a new developer who is developing an application and leveraging the cloud for it. We are showing Delphix Management UI or Delphix engine, and we will create a virtual database in it. First, we create a snapshot of the existing source. Next, we select a Linux target to deploy the virtual database. We configure the ports. Now, we give virtual database a name such as tomtest01. We configure policies. We skip masking and hooks and submit the job. We can see that tomtest01 is in data virtualization library in the SaaS platform. Let's refresh it as a part of multiple VDB refresh to let all of them have the latest data. We will do a refresh function again. We can monitor the progress of the refresh of each VDB, including tomtest01 in data virtualization library. The job has been completed now. After operational focus, let's talk about onboarding process of data sources from on-premise or cloud to SaaS platform. Onboarding is simple, as you can see that we click connect engine, add engine name and location, which is on-premise, and then submit. We then go to the Delphix engine in that location and accept the connection from there. Is it any different for cloud-based data source? Click connect engine, add engine name, cloud location, and then submit. We then go to the Delphix engine running in the cloud and accept the connection from there. Onboarding is easy, simple, and fast. There is no requirement in regards to the traditional way of deploying engines, and which will require hardware, which further requires months of time to procure, install, and then get that running. In this demo, we showed you how to manage your data, which is in different on-premise and cloud locations via a centralized management SaaS platform.